Pinch me. I've been bursting to share that I am the face of in the new Mortal Kombat 1 game. Absolutely honored to be a part of this legendary game as the female playable a plot timeline twist I love.
Today's video topic is an interesting one. Many months ago, a new character was announced for Mortal Kombat 1, and it got the internet talking fast. Would this be a new Cameo character, or a fully playable fighter instead? But this discussion didn't last very long, since the post was taken down the very next day. Why did this happen? Was the character revealed too early? Did NetherRealm want to keep it all a secret? Months later, and this character still has not been added to the roster. So today, let's discuss the full story of this mystery. What happened to Mortal Kombat 1's missing character? This character had never been playable in past games, but at the same time, it wasn't a new character either. In fact, this particular person is a key character from Scorpion's past. So, as you might have guessed, they've spent most of the series completely dead. Sometimes they were mentioned by name only, and occasionally we would see them in a flashback, but never anything more. In fact, we were lucky to see this character at all in a recent Mortal Kombat movie. You get the idea. This character was never playable in any of the past games, nor were they ever really meant to be, which is why it was so shocking to see this announcement on Instagram. NetherRealm themselves never actually announced this character. Instead, to everyone's surprise, the actress herself was the first one to reveal this new character.
Pinch me. I've been bursting to share that I am the face of Harumi Hasashi in the new Mortal Kombat 1 game. Absolutely honored to be a part of this legendary game as the female playable version of Scorpion. A plot timeline twist I love.
That's right, Scorpion's wife and mother of his child would finally be a playable character in Mortal Kombat. For the first time ever, fans could finally fight as Harumi, or at least that was the plan. But fast forward to today, and this character has still never been added to the roster, whether it be a fully playable character or a cameo fighter. So once again, Harumi is the only real missing character from Mortal Kombat 1, and in fact, this character might be the only announced fighter to never appear in a Mortal Kombat game. Which is why this topic is so interesting. What happened to Harumi, and was she ever actually meant to be on the roster, and if so, what happened? It's worth mentioning that Harumi does show up in Invasions as an NPC, however, it's clearly just Frost with different colors and textures along with Scorpion's moveset. Invasion mode is full of NPCs like this that mix and match moves and appearances from existing fighters, and that's what's happening here. Her name might say Harumi, but I seriously doubt this is what the actress was referring to. Because don't forget, she mentioned that Harumi would be a cameo character, which should mean that you can play as her, not just against her. So as a result, we know this invasion mode character is not what the actress was referring to. Now thankfully, Harumi does still show up in story mode in the Chaos Reigns expansion, but interestingly enough, she's not actually Scorpion's wife yet. Instead, for the first time ever, we get to see the wedding ceremony between Scorpion and Harumi. In many ways, Mortal Kombat 1 is the first game to try many things, and this wedding is one more example. We've never seen Scorpion getting married to his wife before. In fact, most of the time, Scorpion's wife and child are already dead in the Mortal Kombat games, whether it's the very first Mortal Kombat game to ever happen, or even in Mortal Kombat 9 with the reboot, Harumi is already dead. The most we ever get is a flashback. Until the Mortal Kombat movies, both the animated and live action films, we never got to see Harumi before she was killed. And now finally, in Mortal Kombat 1, many years later, we actually get to see Harumi's wedding day. But NetherRealm wasn't done giving us something new, because we also get to see Harumi fight for the first time in story mode. I bumped the mic there, I apologize for that, but I'm excited, okay? Harumi gets to fight in Mortal Kombat 1's story mode. It's not for very long, but still, we get to see Harumi pick up a weapon and defend herself for once, which is really cool and interesting. Now, unfortunately, she doesn't do very well. It's actually kind of embarrassing. She gets defeated almost immediately, but hey, she's fighting Cyrax, who's one of the elite ninjas, alright? And she also beats Scorpion and even Sub-Zero, which I was not happy about as a diehard Sub-Zero fan, but hey, my point is, Cyrax is tough. So even though it's funny to watch Harumi get beaten so fast, it also makes sense because Cyrax is crazy powerful in this new timeline. But I digress. This leads to a very interesting topic. You see, all the way back back when Harumi got revealed as an upcoming character, some people wondered if she would be a story-exclusive cameo. Because that has happened before in this game. There's certain cameo characters that you can only use in story mode. This happens in the base story mode, but also in the Chaos Reigns expansion. There's cameo characters that you never get to use in any other mode with the exception of story mode, which makes them very unique, but also it means NetherRealm doesn't have to work as hard on them. Because who cares if these characters are balanced, it's story mode only, right? There's not as much tweaking required. And as a result, many fans, myself included, were thinking that maybe Harumi was going to be a story exclusive cameo. And judging by what happens in this story mode, I think it's very possible that that could have been the case at one point in time. Or in other words, NetherRealm did intend for Harumi to be a story exclusive cameo, but then something came up. Maybe they ran out of time, or there was budget issues, you get the idea. Any number of things could have happened that prevented Harumi from being a story mode cameo. And to this very day, I still wonder if Harumi was going to be a story only cameo. But with that being said, it's fully possible that Harumi was meant to be a complete cameo fighter, who you could play in any mode, whether it was Combat League or at a professional tournament, you get the idea. She would not be restricted to story mode alone. I think that possibility was definitely in the cards as well, but unfortunately NetherRealm has never spoken on this topic, so we're still in the dark. And I have one more big theory for why Harumi's not in the game, but before I explain, let me know in the comments what your theories are. Why do you think Harumi is not in Mortal Kombat 1 despite being announced publicly as a cameo character? What do you think happened? Why is Harumi a missing character in Mortal Kombat 1? Let me know any and all of your thoughts down below. I love making these videos interactive, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Because next up, it's finally time to talk about another theory I have for why Harumi is not in Mortal Kombat 1. My main theory for why Harumi was never playable in Mortal Kombat 1 is because the whole thing was one big misunderstanding. Yeah, I think that's definitely possible, because everyone knows that Mortal Kombat loves spelling every word with a K, even if that word is normally spelled with a C. For example, the game's title, Mortal Kombat, should be spelled like this, but it's spelled like this. It's incorrect on purpose, and that trend has carried over into the games as a running joke. Sometimes the in-game text has Ks where they should not be, and even main playable characters sometimes have Ks in their name when it should be a C, like the Collector for example. His name should definitely be spelled with a C, but it's a K instead because that's the joke. So keep that in mind, because I'm wondering if the actress knew about this trend as well. And when asking about how big her character's role was in the story, her agent simply said a cameo, because Harumi is barely in the story at all, which is the correct use of that word. A cameo is a very small role in a performance. But since Harumi's face model knew about the cameo system in Mortal Kombat 1, she misunderstood and thought that her character would be playable in the game, when in reality NetherRealm only planned for Harumi to be in cutscenes. Now that being said, I could be completely wrong about this theory. It's also very possible that NetherRealm planned for Harumi to be a cameo character. However, at some point in between that moment and her announcement on Instagram, somebody higher up at NetherRealm said, nope, we're not going to do that anymore. Harumi's not going to be a playable character in the game. But after that decision was made, nobody told the actress. So as a result, she still made the announcement on Instagram, and the rest is history. I think both of these scenarios are equally likely, but my point is, there's probably not some grand conspiracy behind this whole thing. At the end of the day, Harumi's disappearance in Mortal Kombat 1 could be one big misunderstanding. But as mentioned earlier, NetherRealm has yet to shed any light on this situation, and I myself actually forgot that Harumi was planned to be in the game as a playable character at one point. So it's possible that NetherRealm forgot about her too, so maybe somebody at the studio will see this video and finally go public about what happened to Mortal Kombat 1's missing character. But even if they don't, I still want to say that I think it would have been really cool if Harumi was a cameo character. Although I'm not sure which Harumi we would have gotten, because yes, there's the story mode version of Harumi, but there's also Warrior Harumi from a different reality who also goes by the title of Scorpion. Anyone who played the game already knows about this, but for anyone who might not know, it's a multiverse thing, okay? Mortal Kombat 1 has multiverse shenanigans, and it's kinda crazy. Some fans love it, some fans hate it, but my point is I'm not sure which version of Harumi we would have have gotten. On the one hand, I might prefer the story mode Harumi because she has an actual tie to the main story. She appears in cutscenes, has an actual voice, and is also married to Scorpion, so that could be more interesting. However, at the same time, the idea of Battle Harumi from a different reality sounds pretty cool. Even if her outfit literally is Scorpion's outfit, but she just copied it. One last time everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about Mortal Kombat 1's missing character. What the heck happened to Harumi in this game? Do you think it's possible she was actually planned to be playable at one point in the game, or was it all one big misunderstanding? No matter what the case may be, thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. Today's video was a little bit different, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I plan on making more videos like this in the future, so once again, if you enjoyed the video, please show your support with a like. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.